Here we are, the first fork in the road. I've never gone to the Calico Tanks, which is this fork. I usually do Turtlehead Peak, and here's Turtlehead Peak. I'll show you a perspective of the entire hike slash climb in just a moment, but we're going to go up this trail. This is where it begins. Here I am standing on what we'll call the first rise or bluff along the Turtlehead Peak Trail. Actually, this hike is a series of rises. We'll take a brief shot from the top of each rise. There's Turtlehead Peak, you can see in the background. But notice the incredibly beautiful desert surroundings here. And here you can see the rocks in the early morning sun. And we're already at 4380 for altitude. You know, every time I come out here or any place in the wilderness, I believe I absorb the peace of all these trees and the stability of these rocks and just subconsciously take it in. It's an incredible, beautiful experience, and my week is not the same without this. If I miss this, I find that I'm just not as peaceful throughout the coming week. So I encourage anyone watching this to come out and take part in this experience these trees, these rocks, and absorb the peace and the strength around you. Here's a good look at what I call the gateway to Turtlehead Peak, right between these rocks. Beautiful area. We'll take a look at that in a moment. There's Turtlehead Peak. We'll be up at the top of that. Not too long. As I said, this is a series of rises, this trail. The second rise is right where we are here. We're on the second rise, and the first rise where we took a shot a moment ago is just before, not too far before the cars that you see. It's hard to pick it out at this point, simply because we're looking right into the sunrise. And here's a view of the beauty that surrounds us. We'll see a lot more of this on the way up. But here we are, second rise along the Turtlehead Peak Trail. By the way, I'll let you know where the main trail goes. Goes right up this canyon, right up the middle of this canyon. But when you hike that, you're in a canyon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off a little bit to the left of the canyon, and I'm going to go up this, I think this the second or third rise you're looking at, and then skirt around the left side of this rock formation, and then take the ridge on up just above that canyon, and beautiful view. I've seen flocks of mountain goats or bighorn sheep in this canyon area. But anyway, we'll go up to this point on the top of the horizon here. That's kind of a saddle, where then we go up the Turtlehead Peak cliff, and I'll hug the edge of this cliff right up to the top of Turtlehead Peak. So that's a preview of where we're going to go today. Here we are in what I call the gateway to Turtlehead Peak, and I always take a little detour off the trail and just run to stand on the top of this beautiful rock. I think at some point in the future, when I can no longer hike or run trails, then I'm going to just come up to this point, spend a day on the rock. Entirely exhilarating, and you really take in a lot of the strength of that rock and the power of the earth upon which we stand. Here is Rainbow Mountain. And okay, I know I've identified a number of spots as goat rock. I think this is goat rock up in the background distance. And Bridge Mountain, I believe, is just to the, yeah, right in the center here. Just to the left of Rainbow Mountain is a place called Bridge Mountain. And we looked at that from the top of Goat Rock. Okay, so now let's just take a look. We're going to go up, stand on this beautiful rock here, and we're going to look right through the gate up to Turtlehead Peak. So up the rock we go. Love standing on this rock. I know. Others may not be as excited about this, but this is really, it doesn't get better than this, standing on this rock. And, okay, and you can see Turtlehead Peak opening up here. And you can see, as I mentioned, we're going up a series of rises. And the rises are approximately, I believe, this is the first, and then, or maybe the second, I don't know. Well, I'll show you when we get there. Okay, anyway, gateway to Turtlehead Peak. And when you look the other direction, it can be very, very beautiful because it becomes the gateway to Red Rock Canyon. And let's see, let's go just a little bit further, just a moment. Here we go. Gateway to Red Rock Canyon. Right along this trail, through this opening. And there you see the canyon opening up before us. And we'll move along up to the top of Turtlehead Peak.